What's up, everyone? So, another greenhouse tour.
Yes.
Not too much going on.
No.
Just getting stuff sprouted. But I have an idea. The idea is around the edge, I'm going to take 1/2-inch plywood because I have a bunch of it, and I'm going to cut like 2-inch strips, and then I'm going to screw them so the plastic's tight all the way around the edge on the sides here where we lift up every day, or during the summer we have it lifted up. I'm hoping by doing that it'll hold in more heat, and we are on the list for getting the hoops for in here, so that's a good thing. So I really think that'll help because I want to keep the soil nice and warm for these seeds, especially so the seeds will pop. And we've been having a lot of cloudy days, and like today's a really cold day and it's really windy, so
Yep.
kind of you have to go with the punches or roll with the punches or whatever.
2020.
Yeah.
It is what it is here.
Exactly. So we'll go through and show you what we all planted and what we all did.
So our red burgundy onions, they are still doing really well. Again, I think when Matt gets that hoop on, they're just really going to do well. And they might get kind of tall, so we might end up trimming some tops and hopefully having some green onions for our salads and cooking and stuff. The atomic red carrots are still here. We were a little worried last week when it froze outside and the tops of some of these carrots actually kind of turned. They seem to be doing well now. They seem to be recovering, so I think they're going to be fine. Obviously, they're growing a lot slower than normal. I had written down on the tag the original planned harvest date, and it was November 3rd, so we've surpassed that, and I don't believe they're ready to harvest. They're quite small. So we're going to leave those in here for a while, but this is our next batch of carrots to harvest, so that's been a little disheartening because we were kind of hoping to be able to stagger those throughout the season so that we wouldn't have to be purchasing from the store, and we have been.
So I'm hoping once we have the hoop that these peppers will survive this winter and they'll come back to life this spring, which would be really cool. And then down here, I was doing a lot of thinking about these radishes. Some of them don't have bulbs, and when you look at them closely, it's the ones we're cutting. So I'm wondering if by cutting them is not letting it generate the bulb. So I want to experiment with that and try doing 2 sections this spring and cut all the tops off the one and see if we get any bulbs out of them, and then don't touch the other one and see if we get how it goes with those, if they all have bulbs. Just my thought and theory, and I guess we'll find out. And then right here we have the Paris market carrots. We don't like them. They're very short, small, stubby, I guess like me, and they're really not that well of like a dish for, you know, you when you want a carrot, you want a carrot, you know, right? I mean, it's not enough for a meal. You'd have to do quite a bit of them just for a meal. So we're gonna try out some other ones that are a lot longer and bigger, so then we can use 1 or 2 for a meal. So
when we did do the Paris market carrots last time, I took the whole grouping, harvested all of them, and we used all of them in 1 pot of soup. Over
here, you can feel, like, I was just telling Sarah how the soil is kind of getting cold, and that's not what we want for the seeds to germinate. But everything is staying nice and moist. It's good. When you look at these pepper plants, they still have green on the stalk, so I really think the hoop will save those. I hope. The other thing is the carrots down here. It's like they've stopped. It's like they're not growing whatsoever. I don't know why. They've stayed that height now for a very long time. We planted those, and you're supposed to be able to harvest them November 15th. Well, that ain't gonna happen. They're way too small. I don't know what's going on. If it's lack of fertilizer in that one area down there, I don't know. So it's something we'll have to look into, and we'll find out as the other ones are growing. But the ones down there are growing just fine, so I don't know why these would be that way, but it is what it is. So we'll find out too when these other ones start to grow, and we really just need one sunny day. It's been too many cloudy days in a row. We need one good sunny day. So Evan would be happy He's playing out there. You can hear them in the background. He's going to be very happy because the radishes are germinating and they're sprouting, so it's a win for us. The radicchio, I have no idea.
Sorry. Me either.
I'm going to go with radicchio. Nope, didn't come up, didn't work. Don't know why. The celery is jamming, still doing really good. Not bogging down. The lettuce has really come alive, I feel like, in the last couple of, probably in the last week. It really seems like it's just really jamming.
Woohoo! We're enjoying it, we're eating it. So all the lettuce and the greens that we planted in here, I'm just hoping they are right behind those radishes, because the radishes, they started sprouting, but I can't see any lettuce that's come up, any mustard greens that have come up. I don't see any radicchio. I don't know, maybe that's just bad pack of seeds there. And I don't see any of the Norfolk spinach coming up yet. But who knows, a week may make a load of difference. A good sunny day would make a huge difference. Maybe just getting those hoops on would help. But our baby spinach, this has just been our saving grace. We are eating baby spinach non-stop. Eggs, pasta, hot dish. We're eating a lot of baby spinach.
Just talking to Sarah, we also have a wood stove over there that's not being used. We could easily plumb that in where the window is and have that in here, but that's another expense because and time, because I have to get all the lumber to burn in here, and it's another thing to add on to restocking, and we already do it with ours, so I don't want to have to do two, and this wouldn't heat up enough. So I think what we really could do is next year look into making solid walls, and also in the geothermal aspect of it. The other thing would be definitely, I think what we could do is double poly it, and that would help a lot more with our value.
Yeah, awesome. We got it up, and I can't even believe we've gotten everything to last as long as we have in here.
Yeah.
So it's just been such a blessing, and just moving it farther forward next year would be...
Well, we can definitely grow a lot more than what we could before.
Oh, for sure. And just the quality too. Like our greens, we never had greens like this growing in a garden, and when we grow in a pot, they kind of would just die out after a while. Right.
And so the only thing is if we did do the double poly on here, we wouldn't be able to open the sides. So we definitely would have to really look into some really good shade cloths, and that's where it gets really expensive.
Another investment, yep.
But I'm just trying to do it the cheapest, most, I don't know, easiest way I guess you could come up with. I don't want to spend a ton of money on this either, because I don't know where this is all going to go and what we can all do. But the first year, I'm just trying to feel the waters of like how everything's going to work out and what we can do. So, and just keep these ideas for next year if we decide to go down this route and go that way. So
yeah, of course, it would be great if we could grow everything ourselves, but we have to do it economically, or it's probably not worth it to us.
Yeah. And the other thing is too, I could take down the hoops, and I could build a solid wall back here, and we could insulate this, and then have a roof that would come down to about right here, and then do polyurethane panels, and you could do it that way, and you won't lose as much heat either. But there again, that's a lot of cost.
So many ideas, heaters, we've looked at lots of different things, lots of options.
But we're gonna keep you guys informed what we do and how we do things. So, because so far we don't have a ton of money into this, and I don't want to keep sticking more into it. I want to keep playing around with what we got to.
Yeah.
So, if you guys like the content, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below. Glad you guys see us again.
Bye.
Bye.